Hello and welcome back to the Tea and a Buddy podcast. I'm Dominic.
And I'm Erica.
And this is the Pop Culture News Week. With quiz. Yes, with quiz.
With quiz, question mark?
With quiz. Sometimes we'll do a quiz, sometimes we don't. Well, I mean, we've done a quiz.
We've done one every month so far.
Every month so far.
Yeah.
See, I get confused with the months, you see. Was it last week? Was it
last week? I know.
It was last month, wasn't it?
The older you get, the more the weeks just run into each
Yes,
other.
I think it is. I mean, we've collated a little bit of news here from the past month. And I mean, there's been some more than others, and we're going to get into the big stuff, I think.
Some more than
the
others.
hot topics.
Oh.
This is our hot... That's what we should call this. Hot topics. No one's ever thought of that. Have they?
Yeah.
Especially not on The View, which
The
we haven't
View.
watched for years now.
Wendy Williams did Hot Topics too, I think.
Wendy Williams. I don't... What's going on there, as an aside?
I don't know.
I mean, she was fired from the show, or
I think
the
she
show
has
was
dementia
cancelled.
or something.
That's what I thought, but then people were like, oh no, she's fine, she's doing a movie.
What?
Or, yeah, there's loads of, like, there's so many things coming out, and people are like, I thought she was in, like, a care home, or something about her kids and stuff, you know, going on about, people caring.
I thought there was some documentary they did about her having
dementia.
And
she couldn't remember anything.
Somebody was caregiving her that wouldn't give access to the family or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
this
yeah.
is all just like...
This is all just kind of like headlines coming at you.
Yeah, peripheral, because we haven't really like...
Let us know if you know any more about the Wendy Williams situation.
Yeah.
Or if you're close to it. Just, you know, give us the info.
Let us know if you know Wendy Williams personally.
Well, if you know Wendy Williams personally, because a lot of people don't like her. Because she was a bit controversial, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. No relation to me, by the way, so...
Or me.
or Erica. But yeah, the first thing I've seen that's popped out at me was Nicola Coughlan, star of Bridgerton and Derry Girls.
Okay.
She took a swipe at the new HBO Harry Potter show.
Oh,
yeah.
Why?
She says, keep your new Harry Potter, lads. Wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's because in the UK there was this court ruling that biological women are women.
Oh, yes.
They're not anything else.
Yeah. Because I assume...
And J.K. Rowling apparently posted a picture of her sipping champagne and smoking a cigar in a night. She's gone full Andrew Tate, apparently.
Gross.
Yeah, and everybody's like, oh, you know, that's it. She's off the deep end now. She's with Lawrence. She's out there with Lawrence Fox, Andrew Tate, and anyone who fancies Fergie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just smoking and, it's just a great victory for me. Because she backed the campaign.
Yeah.
Well, she put a bunch of money into it. I don't know these people. They go so hard for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
Yes.
Why do you do this?
Just let people live, for God's sake.
Let people live. That's what we say.
Yeah.
Live their lives. They're not bothering you.
Yes.
You've got a load of money.
If people would
They're never going to bother you anyway.
If people would just mind their own businesses about things, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I know.
Anyway.
But speaking of
That's
beef,
interesting, because now that you've mentioned her, she would make a good Professor Sprout, wouldn't she? She'd make a cute little Professor Sprout.
well,
actually.
yeah, maybe that's why she said, keep your new Harry Potter, lads. my attempt at the Irish accent.
Yes.
Wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
She's, what's her name in Bridgerton?
She's...
Penelope?
She's Penelope Featherington, isn't she?
Is that right?
But she's also Lady Whistledown.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Spoilers for anyone who has not seen it, but it's like you probably have heard it by now. Whistledown. So, yeah. I mean, they probably asked her. They probably were like, oh, do you want to roll in this? You're hot right now. Yeah, let's get you involved. And she was like, nah, you can keep it, lads.
Yeah. The accent.
That I am... You can tell I'm Scottish, Welsh, and I was born in England.
And no Irish
Absolutely
whatsoever.
no Irish whatsoever.
I don't think.
I can do a passable Jim McDonald from Coronation Street. It's like, so it is. Northern Irish. That's what it was, you see. Northern Irish. The next item is Wendy's. You know, the fast food chain.
Yes, I'm familiar
with
Wendy's.
They got into some beef with Katy Perry, didn't they?
Oh, God. Got into some beef.
Yes. Where's the beef? Well, it's with Katy Perry, apparently.
Yeah.
She went on that Blue Origin flight, which we'll talk about.
Apparently, there's history there, though.
Well, Wendy's has been doing this kind of thing for years.
They've trolled her in the past, apparently.
Well, yeah, because I mean, she's an easy target, Katy Perry. To be fair,
I guess.
To be fair to her, and you know, it's like she's low-hanging fruit, really, for people.
I mean, the thing is she's not really controversial. Is she, Katy Perry? It's just like she just.
Well, that's the reason she's low-hanging fruit.
She just keeps like. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Katy Perry person. Maybe she's done something.
It's like that podcast, those other podcasters who said that Garth Brooks was a mass murderer or something.
Oh God, yeah.
And was the something killer or whatever, you know? And people ran with it, you know, because he's non-controversial, he's so nice, and well, Katy Perry, yeah. I mean, she's a bit out there a little bit, I guess, you know, but you know. There's nothing really controversial about her. She just does things to try and remain famous. Yeah. You know? Yes. And she's got an album and a tour coming out, and, you know. But, I mean, how many hits did she have, do you know?
I don't know.
2, 3?
Is this a quiz?
No. I'm just like, I'm just asking you.
She has a lot, doesn't she? I mean, the first one was that, I kissed a girl and I liked
That's the,
it.
I kissed the ground and I liked it. I think that's what Wendy said.
But she had that roar and firework and...
Yeah, firework, and yeah, she was hot for like really hot for like a couple of years. Yeah.
Teenage, you know, whatever.
Yeah, so she's kind of like...
She's very like standard...
She's standard.
Like bubblegum pop, basically.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's got to keep doing this, you know.
My mom and I were actually talking, and I mean, no hate to Katy Perry, because, like, if you like her, that's great, you know?
Yeah, she hasn't done anything to me.
Yeah, she's not done anything.
She hasn't come round my house and done...
But we were also kind of just like, how is she even famous? Because, I mean, does she have a really great voice?
I mean, you could ask the same of
Britney
Spears,
right?
or anything.
I mean, they would just... Spears does not have a great voice. And again, I don't know how she's famous.
Again, it's because she's, you know,
she just had a good, like, marketing team.
Marketing team, images,
yeah, because her music Katy Perry's music is just average, really. There's nothing, like, phenomenal about it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Allegedly, in my opinion, as one of the TikTokers I watch always says.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, in my opinion.
Yes. Allegedly, in my opinion. My own opinion, the opinion that I formed by myself.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yes, they got into...
She's space.
Wendy's got into beef with... They tweeted, can we send her back?
Yes.
When she arrived back.
Yes.
On Earth. After her groundbreaking mission to take control of space with Gail
King. The only thing
I
really want to say about that is... Because it was a tweet, was it, that they said, that they...
it was a tweet, yeah. That's what they do, yeah.
For me, it's just like, what are you doing on Twitter, Wendy's? Like, we've moved on from Twitter. Twitter is no longer the place. Oh,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, no. They've always been kind of like, spicy.
Salty. Spicy.
Yeah. They later clarified. She goes, Wendy's came out and said, we always bring a little spice to our socials, but we have a ton of respect for Katy Perry and her out-of-this-world talent.
Yeah.
And of course people are going, oh yeah, that's a little bit of a backhanded compliment to her, just to assuage her. But I think her marketing team are going full on suing them.
But I mean, it's like, why? Because they said, can we send her back? Like, yeah. Okay.
It's like, what if bullying, I don't know.
It was demeaning to women. It's just like, why was it demeaning to women? It's not demeaning to women. Maybe it's demeaning to celebrities. Because I don't think it had anything to do with the fact that you're women. It's the fact that you were people with a lot of money.
Yes.
That thought that you did something and you didn't get the attention that you thought you were, deserved.
Well, this is going into the next thing, which was Blue Origin sending Katy Perry, Gayle King, Aisha Bowe, Amanda Nguyen, and Lauren Sanchez on an 11-minute suborbital flight.
Yeah.
And they did an interview with Elle before they went up there.
Yeah.
And they paid, like, the whole thing to, like, the importance of women, and particularly women of colour, and, going to space and all this kind of stuff. But mostly, apparently, they seemed interested in talking about the makeup and hair and stuff. So this wasn't the
Elle did, you mean?
No, they did.
Okay.
Space is going to be finally be glam, Katy Perry said bizarrely. Let me tell you something. If I could take glam up with me, I would do that. We are going to put the ass in astronaut.
Oh my god.
And then Gayle King said, I'm Alan Shepard. Good night.
Oh my god. We're going to put the ass in astronaut. And they expect people to take them seriously.
Aisha Bowe, though, the people you didn't know on that flight, because Lauren Sanchez is Jeff Bezos' girlfriend or fiancé or something. I didn't know her either. She was a journalist. I don't keep up with all
these people. I do not care about any of them.
Amanda Nguyen and
Lauren
Aisha Bowe
is a journalist?
She was, but now she's married to the richest man in the world, she's getting married to him, so...
Oh, I thought Elon Musk was the richest man in the world.
I think it's kind of neck and neck. Every day they wake up and they check their phones and it's like, oh, I've got a cent more than you, Elon.
They've got a mirror on their wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Who's the richest of them all?
Yes.
It's like... Aisha Bowe is an aerospace engineer and Amanda Nguyen is a civil rights entrepreneur.
Aerospace engineer. Yeah. Okay, so
you didn't hear from them on the flight. No, don't talk. It's all about Katy Perry and Gayle King here.
Yeah.
And then Lauren Sanchez going, way, party in the atmosphere.
And it was just Katy Perry and people were only okay. The thing is if everyone on the planet had the money to go up,
everybody would do it
to the border of the atmosphere.
That's what I'm thinking. They could seriously lower the price of this and get so many people up there. They'd be making that'd be a company
to the edge of where you can technically refer to as space. Right?
Yes, I mean you I don't know what technically they touched space.
Right, yeah. But
they didn't go into it like,
Yeah. But I mean,
they didn't go into orbit.
But if there was a border crossing, they were just over that border, right? Into space.
It's literally going to the border of like a country or state or whatever and kind of straddling it for like 5 seconds and then going home.
Yeah.
Because Katy Perry, I think the tweet should have been Katy Perry did not achieve orbit. And, that's it,
Well, they're not... The thing is...
They're not astronauts.
They're not astronauts. No matter how much they want to scream about they should be referred to as astronauts.
And referring it to as a crew, it was like... It was self-guided. It was basically a Waymo ride up there.
Yes.
Like nobody drove that thing up there. It was on a pre-programmed launch and come down,
I mean, if they had just gone up and come back and said, we are so thankful.
Well, that was awesome, guys.
That was so awesome.
Check out my pics on Instagram.
I'm so thankful and so lucky to be blessed to, be able to afford to have had that experience. That was amazing. It was wonderful. Everybody would have been like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I wish I could be living that life."
Yeah.
But
wish
instead,
I was living that life.
They came down like, "We're now astronauts. Oh, it's great to be home.
It's great to be home, guys."
Kissing the ground like they're a soldier returned from war.
Oh yes, that was pretty terrible.
It's just like you were literally up there 11 minutes. You did nothing. You know what I mean? Like. They were calling it a mission.
They were
Gayle
a crew.
King was like, I still have a hard time referring to myself as an astronaut. It's like, well, because you're not.
You're not, Gayle.
Oh,
no matter what Oprah tells you, you're not.
You wouldn't be saying that to a man. Well, yes, I would, because Didn't Lance Bass go up there?
Lance Bass went up there.
And William Shatner?
William Shatner.
I don't call them astronauts
I mean, well,
either.
William Shatner's closer to it than they are.
William Shatner is more of an astronaut. He has spent more time in fictional space than
Katy Perry has kissing the ground.
But it's just like, yes, it has nothing to do with your women. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's just like, you're just making such a big deal about this when, number one, people can't afford to eat.
Did you go up there and did you find like a new sustainable resource that could benefit the planet?
Right.
And save the planet? Did
Yes.
Katy Perry save the planet? Did Yale King save the planet?
Yes.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
that's all it amounts to.
So this is not a groundbreaking mission. If they went up there and Katy Perry goes, "Oh, what's that over there?" It's like, that's the answer to all Earth's problems.
Yeah.
And it's like, well done, Katy Perry.
Yes. You just discovered...
You've just done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is. It was just like a read the room kind of a moment, It's like, great, you could afford to go to fly up there and literally look down on the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Good for you.
I wish I could do that. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, people, if they had just come and went, oh, it was amazing. Look at these pictures. Look at this. But they live streamed it.
They live streamed it. And
people could hear them screaming. Like, how often do you hear
They could hear Katy Perry singing.
Screaming?
I think she sang "What a Wonderful World" or something up there.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
luckily she didn't bring a guitar.
You guys, I didn't even know this was happening. Like, I'm so out of touch that I didn't even know. I just all of a sudden started seeing people on TikTok
phoned in and said,
Katy Perry, blah, 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 and I'm just like, why is everybody, like, ripping Katy Perry? What did she do,
So that she kissed the ground and she liked it. And she over-publicized it. No, and people were going on about the rocket, too. It's, it's overly phallic.
Oh, yeah.
People were phoning in, it was like, well, aren't rockets supposed to do... They wouldn't put it out. Oh, well, no. This was extremely phallic.
There's conspiracy...
It's all Katy Perry's fault.
There's conspiracy theories that did they even go to space?
People thought, yeah...
They weren't wearing the astronaut suits and the helmets
and
it's like, because they didn't go to space.
They just went up there and poked the ceiling, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't go to space. They went to the edge of space. Like, they didn't need the suits.
Yeah, no. I mean, they were, like, weightless for, 4 minutes?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that weightless, really.
And then they were also saying the capsule that they came back down in, it didn't have the burn marks, the heat marks like they do
because they never left the atmosphere.
Because they didn't go through the barrier of the atmosphere that heats up, that causes those marks. It's like, because they were just barely in space.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like,
it's no small feat, but it's
like we're jealous.
It's not as big as you want it to be.
And I don't say we as in you and me, but just everybody. They're trying,
yes.
I've seen other people say, "Oh, well, everybody's just jealous," that blah blah blah. It's like, okay, maybe, but also no. It's just like, come on, I'm just sick of living in the era of you can just say anything and it's true because you said it. And it's
believed, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, no, let's be real here. Like, they went to the edge of space. I'm sure it was awesome. I would love to do it. Most people would love to do it. But other than it being, like, really something very awesome, nothing was achieved.
Nothing was achieved. Nothing of note was achieved here.
And, yeah.
And back to you in the studio.
It's just like, move on, yeah. Back to the studio, exactly. Well, that was uneventful.
Well,
back to you in the studio.
I thought we were going to see something here, Katy, but you didn't. You just didn't deliver for us. I'm sorry.
I'm glad we saw that clip on Have I Got News for You, though, of them screaming their heads off, coming back down.
And then it says, this is going to be a soft landing, and it goes boom, and you go, whoa!
Oh, yes.
Anyway.
Very respected, well-trained astronauts there.
Yeah. Well-trained crew.
Yeah.
Walton, Goggins, and Aimee Lou Wood. You know who they are?
I have no idea who those are.
Oh, you haven't been keeping up with that?
I haven't kept up with anything, apparently.
Oh, you've just been on your TikTok and you haven't seen anything about this?
I know. Yeah.
You watched The White Lotus, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You watched all 3 seasons of it?
Is there only 3?
I think so.
Then no, I've only seen the first 2.
Oh, so the 3rd season. Anyway.
I haven't seen the most recent season yet. Because I'm waiting on you to watch the previous, and then we can watch the most recent one.
That's why. Well, I think I've been spoiled by this whole thing, and I mean, I'm not going to say...
Oh, no!
Anyway, apparently...
Oh,
Walton Goggins...
Are you going to tell me something that's going to ruin?
No, I'm not going to say anything about White Lotus. I'm just going to talk about this.
Each season stands alone, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's each season is
Oh,
so
so they were just in this 3rd season then?
I mean, I think that maybe there was somebody from the first season in the 2nd season, but yeah, each one is a different hotel. It's in a different location.
Parts of the pop culture world has been shooketh by the 3rd season of White Lotus. In particular, Aimee Lou Wood, who was in Sex Education, and I think she was in something else recently.
She's the one with the big eyes. She's got, like, big eyes.
Big eyes, and teeth. Yeah. Walton Goggins, he was in Fallout as what's his name? He was the ghoul guy.
Oh, okay.
No nose, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. But he starred in this latest season of White Lotus with Aimee Lou Wood, and you know it's propelled them into kind of like, you know, it's uplifted it's raised their profiles, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, apparently they used to idolize each other. Okay. You know, like they were kind of like all over each other on Instagram and the socials and stuff, and in press interviews for the White Lotus and stuff. They seem to really get along, and you know, and you know, apparently they're in something. In this season, you know, their characters are, you know. But then once the finale aired, it all took a funny turn.
Okay, what happened?
And people were like, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
And of course Reddit got on the case. Reddit detectives in the White Lotus subreddit were like, we've got to find out what's going on about this. And, you know, they put together this kind of like, okay, timeline of events.
Yeah.
So apparently they unfollowed each other on Instagram.
Okay.
And then someone said he clearly blocked her because all her comments are gone on his Instagram.
Is he American?
Yeah.
In real life? Okay. Yeah. And she's British?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Yeah.
His are still on hers, though. His comments are. So he clearly blocked her. Okay. Something went down and he blocked her.
Yeah.
And she attended the finale dinner. He did not, and instead watched it with another co-star who didn't go, Michelle Monaghan.
Oh god, this is a new
This is a new Justin Baldoni
Blake Lively
you know,
case.
Yes.
Okay.
It's probably set up by Ryan Reynolds, actually, this was. He probably had a hand in this. Orchestrated. He's like, I'm going to need you two.
We need a new feud.
This is killing me over here. His co-star Leslie Bibb loves Aimee Lou, talks about her in all interviews, and apparently was friendly with his wife prior due to Sam and Walton's friendship. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Leslie and his wife don't follow each other anymore, according to another Redditor. And his wife attended the Righteous Gemstones premiere and posted about it, but it was, as far as I can tell, at the White Lotus premiere, which arguably is one of his largest career moves outside of Fallout. She wasn't there. Edit to update. Another Redditor said she was there, but I can't find any photos online. Yeah, this is like...
These are people talking.
This is someone who put this post,
okay,
in the comments, yeah. His wife's last 2 posts are recent, and both times Walton commented, I love you so much, though honestly his comments are a little overcompensating in general.
Oh no.
He also posted an Insta story in the past week or so about how he was leaving his wife again for a trip, and that he loved her so much, again, overcompensating.
So they're comparing it to like the couples on Facebook that post about each other, how much they love each other,
and they're like, oh, and then, like, what's happened?
The next week they're announcing their divorce. They're getting a divorce. Okay, yeah.
This kind of thing.
I get it.
Both Aimee and Walton posted tributes to their characters using Fleetwood Mac's Silver Springs. Walton was on his Instagram stories.
Okay. Wait. Him and his wife posted tributes to...
him and Aimee Lee Wood.
Okay.
Lou Wood.
Okay.
Posted tributes to their characters.
Okay.
Using Fleetwood Mac's Silver Spring. So people thought, oh, there's something going on with them.
Yeah.
They were kind of getting close or something on set.
Yeah.
And things turned sour.
Yeah.
And he had to block her. Probably his wife was like, no, you and her are getting too close.
She wanted the producer credit, and she brought her husband in, and Taylor Swift
Taylor Swift was not involved in any way in this feud. They were doing press together up until a few months ago, and now nothing. The only time Aimee has posted content with Walton is if it's a co-tag with HBO-affiliated Instagram accounts. So, them unfollowing each other and him blocking her clearly means she either got too obsessed or too into him, and he was just like, oh man, you're doing too much, oh, I gotta block you now. They had a bit of a feud. Because people are like, they've had a feud. And then there was this SNL parody that came out.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was talking about that, going, oh...
God, I haven't seen any of this.
You didn't hear about the SNL parody?
No, I haven't seen any of this. This is new.
This is new tea.
This is the juicy gossip we all need to distract us from the horrific things that are happening.
Horrific things are happening. And that pissed her off, apparently. She came out and said, oh, well, that's kind of mean, because, in the parody, they made fun of her teeth and all that.
Oh, God, yeah, poor thing, yeah.
And it's just kind of like, she doesn't have bad teeth, she just has, like...
An overbite.
An overbite, yes. Yeah. And people were praising that. Americans were going, oh, it's so good to see that, because everyone has straight teeth. And
thank God, yeah.
And then, SNL made a bit of fun. It was something about fluoride. I haven't seen the sketch. It was some kind of like making fun of fluoride, and then it was like that old, oh yeah, she's British, they have bad teeth,
right?
And she was kind of like, yeah, it's a little bit to make fun of
low-hanging fruit,
to make fun of someone's appearance.
Yeah,
they apologized. Apparently, SNL apologized, but she apparently kind of kept going with it a bit and was like, oh, I've accepted it, but no, still not cool.
Yeah.
He apparently, Walton Goggins, and this was after he'd blocked her and everything, he commented on that thing going, ha ha ha, amazing. And he reposted it. And, then he kind of...
sounds more like she pissed him off in some way.
That's what people are thinking, she pissed him off in some way.
More so than like an affair or something.
She's also been, because people, the Redditor was like looking through and stuff, she's also been caught liking the I Love Older Men reels on Instagram.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, because he's, I don't know how old he is, but he's probably like old enough to be her dad, surely.
Yeah, I think he is. I don't know how old she is, but yeah, I mean, there's an age gap.
Yeah.
So everybody's just like, oh, was she getting into him or something, and... just went...
Him laughing at a thing making fun of her doesn't sound like that. It sounds like she did something to annoy him.
Yeah. But then it's confused everyone again, because...
There's so many twists and turns!
There's another twist. A TV insider came out and said, oh, they're due to work together again in the next few weeks.
Oh, yeah?
Which either means they were never feuding to begin with, and this was all a big publicity stunt organised by Ryan Reynolds.
It's all Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' fault.
Or they've made up. They've made up, or they're just putting their difference aside in the name of being professional and getting on with it, you know? And then there's people going, oh, they were actors, they were out there in Thailand filming this, and it's like, apparently it was like, they were living out there, for a long time. So, and there was a guy said something, another co-star said, oh yeah, relationships formed, romance formed between people and actors.
Or, I mean, we don't know.
It broke off, and feuds happened, and this happened, and because we were all just like living together out there, and it was just one big party time and filming the show.
Somebody said this,
and it was like, So they were probably getting into each other because people go, they had insane chemistry on screen. Oh, it was insane.
I mean, to bring everything back to politics, but there is a lot happening in the world of politics right now. Could it not be possible that one of them said something having to do with something that's in the news and they had like a fight about it? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Could be something like that.
The thing is, this is like, if this was happening, it's just like, sod the script and White Lotus. Just get your freaking cameras out and do a reality show about this. Yeah. It's like, I'm blocking you, Aimee Lou Wood. I'm blocking you. You won't be able to come look at my stuff ever again.
Not invited to my birthday party.
I'm not invited to my birthday party. Goodbye. She's just getting obsessed with me, man. She's just obsessed with me. It'd be like Love Island. Stunning.
Oh, God.
But yes, so, you know, and apparently he's come out and praised her because she's a great singer as well. She sang on something. I'm not sure. But yeah, she's apparently got a great voice, and he said that. So everybody's like, what? He blocked her on Instagram, and what's going on here? You know, they were feuding, and now he's praising her. What? We need more. No, we need some more like, oh, she pissed me off, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they come into my hut every freaking 5 seconds and, you know, wanting to get with me. I'm like, no, man, I'm married. Stay away. We can't.
Who knows?
No. But yes, that was pretty much all of what I've got.
That's all the news that you have.
That's all the news.
That's all that's happened this month.
That's all that's happened this month.
We have time for this quiz.
Yes, we do.
Quiz time.
Because I mean, I don't want to like bore you all with everything that's been going on. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you mentioned anything in my quiz too, so that's good.
Yeah, you were worried about that. You're like, oh, you're not looking up stuff that you're going to know the answer to, and I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, I didn't know what kind of stuff you wanted to talk about. Okay.
Apparently stuff you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Walton, Goggins, Aimee Lou Wood. Come on. All our followers are enraptured by this, aren't you?
As much time as I spend on TikTok.
You don't see the good stuff.
It's like, what have I seen? What do I, what am I watching?
What you're seeing,
I don't know
you're seeing someone dancing like Charlie Brown.
Northern Soul.
Oh, that just disappeared.
That's gone. Yeah,
it's gone.
It's not my FYP anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of that.
What happened there?
Yeah, they banned it.
Quiz time.
Quiz. Oh, great! Yes.
All right. If you guys want to play along, I'll have Dominic do a little pause before he gives the answer, just so you can try to decide what the answer is. It's short and sweet, so we won't be here forever. Number 1. Actor Val Kilmer died this month at the age of 65. What was his character's call sign in Top Gun? And I do have multiple choice.
Okay.
If you need it.
I mean, just do the multiple choice for people, but I think I know what it is.
Okay. Is it Merlin? Is it Wolfman? Is it Iceman? Do you have an answer?
Do you have an answer, listeners? It's Iceman.
Iceman. Yeah. Iceman is right.
For some reason, I had in my head Goose. Who's Goose?
Goose was, oh God, what is the actor's name? It was Tom Cruise's best friend.
Goose.
He was Goose.
Yeah, that's
Tom Cruise was Maverick. And then Goose was his best friend who died, who got killed, yeah. And what's his name played his son in the Maverick sequel.
What's his name?
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller. Yeah,
he played Goose's son.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who Miles Teller. We did watch.
Miles Teller was in The Godfather, the making of The Godfather. He played the main guy.
The Offer.
The Offer.
Yeah, oh, right, yes, okay, yeah, he played the producer, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, okay.
Kilmer played Tom Iceman Kazansky.
Kazansky or Kaczynski?
Kazansky.
Mr. Kazansky.
Yeah. In Top Gun and its sequel, he was Maverick's rival and eventual friend. Ice ends up an admiral. Okay. Number 2. Which British pop star... I was sure you were going to cover this one.
Oh, yeah.
But this is something I did not know, nor had I heard.
It's something I missed out, maybe.
Which British pop star was recently diagnosed with scurvy? Everybody get your answer together.
Have you got multiple choice for this one?
I've got multiple choice.
Yeah, I mean, just
do you already know who it is?
I know who it is, but you can do multiple choice for everyone.
Come on. I had not heard this, and you had not told me this. Is it Ed Sheeran? Is it Robbie Williams? Or is it Sam Smith?
It's all three. No, it's Robbie Williams.
Yeah, what in the world?
He got scurvy because he got so thin and he wasn't eating fruits and vegetables and...
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's like... Yeah, everybody was... And he also went on...
Who gets scurvy nowadays? Okay, it says...
Robbie Williams, apparently.
Robbie Williams was diagnosed with scurvy, which he described as a 17th century pirate disease.
Yes.
It's literally why British people are historically referred to as limeys.
Over here. Yeah.
Because they kept limes
and stuff.
Fruit on the ships.
I mean, I guess...
To avoid scurvy.
Because there were so many British sailors getting it.
Yeah.
I don't know who figured out, we need to keep lime juice or,
Yeah, citrus.
Citrus, that's what combats it.
Yeah.
So it was like, always do your lime. You must have had a lime ration or something. And so the American sailors were like, what is that? And it's like to stave off scurvy.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Yeah.
But Robbie Williams didn't adhere to it.
No.
And his friend Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block would be calling him a non-limey. Where's your limeys, limey?
Okay. Number 3 is, what's the name of the new trend? This is something else that I had not heard of.
What?
What's the name of the new trend that has people testing the limits of how late they can arrive at the airport to catch a flight?
You're going to have to give me multiple choice.
Is it airport theory? Is it ticket talk? Or is it gate race? What's the name of the new trend that has people testing the limits of how late they can arrive at the airport to catch a flight? Airport theory, ticket talk, or gate race?
Gate race?
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Wrong!
What?
It's airport theory. Airport theory is a TikTok trend that invites people to arrive at the airport as little as 15 minutes before their flight boards.
Because they think, they're telling us 3 hours before, and that's just a load of the size. Like, you do realize why they do that. Because you could get held up at security or something.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's like not just because, they held you up.
Change.
And gates change. And, it's not a case of like, I'll just stroll in and go to my gate. It's like, yeah, your gate, it's not on you. They changed it 30 minutes ago. They've boarded. They're on the plane. They're going down the runway right now. And because you're strolling up, you're sitting here, you don't know what's going on.
What does it say? As little as 15 minutes before their flight boards. Okay, so before it boards. Because sometimes flights board and leave early.
We were on the plane. I think when we went to London, we boarded pretty early, but we had hardly got into our seat. It was like, okay, we're closing the doors now. Let's go.
We're gonna go ahead and leave.
Leave
a little early.
We're gonna get ahead and get out of here a little early.
Yeah, so because I remember thinking like,
and I was looking around. I was like, "There's no one on this flight." And there was people, as we were pulling out, they were going, "Oh!" And I was like, "Oh, he's just
like
leaving them behind." Yeah, the graduate like, "No!" And it's like, "Oh, we're just gonna go out of here, get out of here a little early. Can't be bothered waiting on them. No, you're too slow."
No, I do remember thinking like, who leaves early? Like the flight says it leaves at a certain time. Like you plan on being there to leave at that time.
Mm.
I mean, hopefully you're there early, just in case.
Yeah,
but like,
because anything could happen. You could get delayed. You could get,
Yeah, I don't know why this is a trend.
You could moved up.
It doesn't sound like a very fun trend.
It's a trend that makes you lose your money.
Because
you're gonna have to change your flight.
I've only done that once, and it was not on purpose. It was when I was deciding whether I was going to fly to New York to meet Paul McCartney.
Oh.
If you want to hear that story, let me know, and I'll tell it maybe on a Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah, I shall tell it on a Patreon.
And I was humming and, what is it? What's the saying?
Hemming and hawing.
Hemming and hawing.
Hemming and hawing.
About whether I was going to do it. And then I decided at the last second. I mean, I had no specific, like, time I had to be there to do it.
Yeah.
But I decided at the last second that if I'm going to do it, I need to go ahead and get on a plane and get over there now, you know, in order to get a place in line. And so we got home from where we'd been. I showered. I literally threw a couple things in a bag.
Yeah.
I forgot my glasses. I was in such a rush. I didn't wear them 24/7 at that time. I mostly only wore them like when I was reading or like doing something.
Yeah.
But I got there. Luckily, I didn't have a bag to check. I got there.
Well, yeah, that's the main thing.
Checked in, and he was like, "Go! It's gonna leave." You know,
to rush in like that.
Like in Home Alone.
That's your only ever reference for rushing through an airport is Home Alone.
Yes.
With what's it called playing? Rudolph, Run Rudolph by Chuck Berry.
Speaking of airports.
Oh no!
Which country is home to the world's best airport, according to a recent survey from Skytrax? Which country is home to the world's best airport, according to a recent survey from Skytrax?
World's best airport, that's going to be...
Mm-hmm. Is it France? Is it the U.S.? Or is it Singapore?
I'm going to say Singapore.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Singapore Changi has been crowned the world's best airport for the 13th time.
I figured. Yeah, I think I heard that before, that it's like, it's across the board the best airport. Everyone loves it. Something about, it's just so great and so easy to navigate, and people there are so friendly, and...
Every YouTuber, like travel YouTuber and travel TikToker I've ever seen that have been through there are like, oh, it's the best airport. It's like there's a big tree in the middle.
There's a big tree.
It's like very open.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
They don't want to. They don't want you rushing. They're like, oh, don't worry about it.
I think there's a big playground.
We know you've got to get here 3 hours before.
Yeah.
It's like we don't do that airport theory here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. Yeah.
We just got a big tree in the middle.
Yeah.
It's cute for you.
I don't know what. Let us know if you've ever been to Singapore Airport. Singapore.
Singapore, yeah.
Right? Singapore Airport.
Singi.
Yeah, let us know if you've ever
Airport.
been there and what makes it so great. I know they've got a hotel, but I think a lot of airports have hotels attached to them now, don't they?
Well, pretty much everyone. I mean, that's the one we stayed in Heathrow.
I think they've got those pods there, though.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to do that, actually.
Just sleep in
a little pod. There you go.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Airport theory. Go and sleep in a little pod and then wake up.
But yeah, so 13th time in a row. I would not think that the United States, I think that they would probably land pretty far down on that list.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago,
our airports
O'Hare and stuff wouldn't.
Yeah, I wonder if that. Yeah.
Maybe you don't know. They might have turned it around on the quiet, and people are like, "Oh yeah, we still get ranked." O'Hare's like, "Oh yeah, we still get ranked as the worst airport in the U.S., but actually we're very streamlined now. It's actually Austin Bergstrom that's the worst."
Well, I don't think O'Hare is like considered a bad airport for like the way it looks or anything like that.
It's just the sheer volume of traffic and
it's difficult to navigate, and there's just so many people, and it's huge. You know, it takes a long time to get.
And there's no tree in the middle of it. Needs to be a massive tree.
But yeah, so I don't know. Does that factor into the Singapore one? Like that it's
Denver
that it's
wasn't
easy
that
to
bad.
navigate.
In there. It was okay.
It was okay. It was a little bit confusing.
I mean, every airport's confusing. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, number 5. Which senator surprised the crowd at Coachella by taking the stage? Was it Cory Booker? Was it Bernie Sanders? Or was it AOC?
It was Bernie Sanders.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about that. He was going to do a set there.
Yeah, he came out with his guitar and everybody was shocked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they gave him a better reception than they did Brian May, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
Coming out to do his solo on...
it sounded like they
Bohemian
did.
Rhapsody. Yes. They were like, oh, yeah, you're not Bernie Sanders. Boo!
Unbelievable.
We don't care if you were actually in the band, Queen.
Yes. Unbelievable.
Just some guy, I don't know,
that more people at a music festival should know who Bernie Sanders is over Brian May. I would say they're about the same age, but Brian May may be a little bit younger, actually.
Maybe, yes.
But yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Senator
Sanders took a moment to urge the crowd to fight for justice and introduced indie pop singer Clairo. Clairo.
Oh, Biffy Clyro?
Clairo.
Oh, I don't know. No.
Clairo. Yeah. Okay, and then last of all, what animal has been terrorizing an English village for weeks? Was it a fox, a badger, or a hawk?
Oh, I know this one.
What animal has been terrorizing an English village for weeks? Was it a fox, a badger, or a hawk?
It's a hawk.
Yes.
And it's been attacking this one guy. He always goes after this one guy and he gets his hat or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was taking
his hat.
He
was like, every time he comes and he sees me, he's like, I get attacked by this hawk, and I'm just like, you.
The male Harris hawk was captured on Thursday of whenever this quiz was put out, ending a string of around 50 attacks.
He has it out for this village. He's done with them.
Poor thing, yeah.
He's like, this freaking village, I need to I'm going to get them all. That's it.
In a village.
Especially that guy with that hat.
In a village, 50 attacks could be everybody in the village.
Yeah, there's 50 people that live there. He's got an attack for every one of them. Special kind of torture for all of you.
I mean, you kind of laugh, but it's like a hawk does have, like, their talons could do some damage, really.
Well, yes, they can. So it can be fatal.
It could be dangerous.
And I mean, it doesn't, they might be a little old man or whatever. He could get carried off by them,
I don't think it was that big, the hawk.
He could do it if he was that determined.
But you have to
do 50 attacks.
Why in the world? What?
He was just, something pissed him off in that village.
Yeah.
Maybe he was reincarnated as a hawk and he lived in that village and they did him wrong and now he's back to exact his
Jack the Ripper
revenge.
Back in hawk form.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean...
We don't know.
Where was the village?
I'm not sure. I meant to look it up and I didn't.
Because it'll all come down to...
Oh, hang on. This is a link. Aggressive hawk that terrorized English village for weeks, finally captured by a resident.
It was captured, was it?
Captured by a resident, yeah.
What did he do? A big net?
Story out of...
Get him, we've got him in the fridge, yes!
A hawk that terrorized a sleepy English village for weeks was finally captured on Thursday, ending a string of around 50 attacks that landed a 75-year-old man in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Disrupted postal deliveries. Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
He was getting on the postman.
The postman was like, I'm not delivering this mail.
That hawk.
That hawk is causing me endless anxiety.
Yes.
And stole 2 woolen beanies belonging to a 91-year-old man.
Yeah.
And he's just attacking little old men.
Yeah.
It's a female hawk, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it says it's a male hawk.
Yeah.
The male hawk was brought to justice by its namesake local resident, Steve Harris, who managed to trap it in a cage before 2 falconers rushed over to help. One of the falconers, Alan Greenhaw, told CNN on Friday.
How did they know it was that hawk, though?
Maybe
there could have been another one.
Maybe it's a bunch of hawks. And they just teamed up.
Or maybe that's an innocent hawk that was just coming into the village for a cup of tea and a scone.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden he's been arrested. On what charge?
Yes. This happened in Flamstead, a small village about 30 miles north of London. Just as he arrived, he saw the hawk fly down from a chimney.
Somewhere, Flanstead, I don't know.
Just saw the hawk fly down from a chimney pot, chase the guy across the road, and tried to knock him on the head.
He's done.
I thought, oh, you horrible little bird.
Oh, you.
Then he had to go at an Amazon driver. And I think, oh my goodness me. Then he watched as Harris left his house to go for a run, and the hawk started chasing him down the road for about 300 to 400 yards, and you can see him ducking and diving out of the way of it.
He was enjoying himself.
Oh my god.
Hawk was like, yeah, I'm done with this village.
Harris even began wearing a helmet when he went out running, as he'd been attacked twice. He hadn't let his 2 children out in the backyard for weeks since it became one of the hawk's favorite spots. Jeez.
That poor hawk, yeah. That one that was captured probably have been fitted up, haven't I?
Yes. But yeah, that's all I have.
That was cute.
It's been a very eventful month.
It has, and I think we covered the big things.
These are some of the bigger, lighter things.
Lighter things, yeah, because a lot of stuff is just too heavy, man.
Very heavy, man.
Very heavy. Just too heavy.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you played along with the quiz, let us know how well you did, how many of them you knew the answers to. Other than that, I think
we're done here.
That's it for this time.
We'll send the hawk in. Get us.
Thank you for tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support. Shout out to our patrons.
Yes, thank you very much.
Be sure to give us a follow on social media if you don't follow us already. We are at TButty, TEABUTTY, across all socials. And we'll talk to everybody next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.